What's going on, guys? Kaige here. Are you trying to figure out how to get the best times of these racing stages? I'm going to talk to you about some tips and tricks as well as how to do the best. Let's get into it. Alright guys, so before we get into it, each stage has its own kind of mechanic going on, right? So I'll talk about them as they come up, but generally, on any of the stages that have spawns, little guys that show up, they always show up at the exact same location, and the timer does not start until you go to the pole right there in the middle and press it. Ideally, the best class is going to be Cannon and Book, primarily armor and priest. What you can do is you can go in with what's it called, Kagaguri, the Shadow Owl, and you can set up +3 crit, +3 damage increase, swap over after using owl protection, so you have those buffs going into it, and then obviously do some stuff like that. But generally, what I like to do here is set up with preparation before the battle starts, and then pop it, and then throw out all your skills. A couple other things. If it's just a boss one, a big one is going to be the kind of Medusa looking one, the snaky Medusa looking one, octopus type. You need to kill it within the first couple seconds, or you're going to have a terrible time, because it summons a bunch of mobs, and you have to kill all the mobs before it respawns back in the middle. I'm going to mention this as we go, but just keep these things in mind. Wherever you're standing, if there's not currently a target for a lot of these fairies, they're going to target the location you're standing on. A great example that you'll see right there is Hydreiga of Flames. She targets a specific area and does the AoE really quickly. Now, if there's no target, she'll target where you're standing. So you stand on top of this and then drop all your fairies right there, and you want to hit it with all 4 fairies as quickly as possible, all your skills as quickly as possible. And as far as pet, Otter is the best PvE pet generally, because longer fights it's able to ramp up. But in something like this where you're really trying to kill it within the first 4 seconds, Dragon is actually really good here, because you're able to prep it before the battle starts. You can have that damage increase before the battle ever starts. We're going to be seeing this with the cat, because Bree, the person who recorded this for me, didn't want to swap or anything, but we talked about it, and it would have been better. Alright. Cannon. Get this all prepped up. And start dropping everything right on top of us. Immediately dead. And that's really what you're trying to do, because that's obviously the best score. They're obviously really, really strong, but that is the max score, really, is drop it right where you're standing. As soon as you hit to start and then the bar ends, drop everything right then and there. Now we go on to the second one. Boom. This is a wave one, and this is one where they're going to always come in the same wave every single time, and you can prepare ahead of time. You actually saw right here, he saved the third skill, the third armor skill, where you throw the grenade. It's your fastest skill, and it does a buttload of damage. Saved it the entire time using Hydreiga Flames to kill an entire thing by itself. But 9 million damage from the grenade is pretty funny. But save the grenade, wait for the boss to summon, because after you kill the waves, the boss spawns, throw the grenade, dead. This is an ideal situation. Like I said, the only thing they're not doing that I would prefer is a different... Obviously, you have to have Dahlia here because she's required for the bonus points. Hydreiga Flames being the best one in this position. But I think there's better options right here, maybe like Ixoria. So you can... If you are a weaker player trying to hit these numbers, I think Ixoria would be a great one in this position. Ixoria plus Dragon Buff will help you get those higher numbers so you can get your clear time a lot faster. Where even though Anathria right here is going to do a bunch of damage to the boss, but it's going to take a while to wind up and throw the skill. Ideally, we should be killing it a lot quicker, right? Prepare. I generally like to do the first skill, second skill, first skill, and then that's 3 right there, and then the rotation will be enough as it goes. Boom, dead. And that's the plan. With all of these, same with the first one. If you don't kill it within the first 4 seconds, they will well, this one doesn't disappear, but the first one we looked at will disappear, and then you got to kill waves of enemies, and then you're going to be at least, I think it's another 10 seconds, so 14 seconds instead of 4 seconds. There's a big difference here, right? And the thing is, when you do your first ever clear of these, it's immediately put on the ranking. And then if you do reruns, extra runs later, it updates every 10 minutes. This is another wave one. I recommend for these wave ones to go in, just see where the spawns are, and then restart it, go again, and then go based off of now that you know where the spawns are. And it's going to be 3 waves of mobs, and then a boss at the end, saving your big single target nuke for the boss. Last one right here. Alright. Got our full swap. This is the biggest one. So he did the full 4 fairies. As you saw, he started with Dahlia and... Well, with the Dahlia passive. Dahlia and... I think it's Dahlia. Whatever. Dahlia and Winter Cherry. The Winter Cherry skill didn't even hit, but he still pressed the button, whatever. Swapped because you want to get them as fast as possible. And your fastest one is going to be Hydreiga Flames, and she's probably going to do half the bar herself based on where he's at. I think the best burst ones to come in right now, especially seeing as you have to have Dahlia on your bench. Dahlia is going to be there, and I think your primary ones are going to be Ixoria and Hydreiga Flames. You have to have Dahlia on there. And if you are worried about killing the boss quickly, and if you think you can do half, 60%, and you're unsure if you can finish the kill fast, then go ahead and bring Anathria and let you do it. Like I said, Dragon is probably going to be the best. You do the Dragon before the match starts, give you that damage increase, and go in. But I think just some very important tactics you have to know ahead of time before you try it. Till next time, guys.